All right, peace. So, I mean, I'm not participating in no more of this. You know, nothing that the media has to say. I'm not participating in it anymore. Like, I'm not. I've been said this actually, and I really have applied this to my life. I really haven't. I really don't pay too much attention to what's going on in the mainstream media. And I only watch it or only pay attention to it to find out what the ritual is, what the hoax is, what the agenda is, right? So, when it came to Nipsey Hussle though, like I stopped listening to like gangster rap, really. Like anything new, I would say. Like I listen to the old stuff just because I like to, whistle while I work, if you will. You know what I mean? I like to have a little soundtrack while I'm, lifting boxes, slaving, etc., etc. So I tend to listen to my old stuff because this new stuff is just, it's not. I don't even know what you call it. It's nothing original about it. It's all the same. Shoot 'em up, bang bang. I'm a gangster, and I got a million bitches and all this old dumb shit. That's all rappers got to say these days. So I didn't really listen to it. I listened to and I got my old favorites. Anyway, my point was, but with Nipsey Hussle though, I don't have any of his albums or mixtapes or none of that. I didn't really listen to too much of his stuff. But when he was on other people's, like I got a couple songs on my phone with him on it, and you know what I'm saying, I could listen to a couple of his new stuff because I felt like with him that he was like a real nigga, right? Like he really was from the hood. And for me, that whole lifestyle, that whole rapping gangster stuff, for me, I appreciated it because it was real. At least so I thought, right? The whole Tupac thing, you know what I'm saying? If that's what you're subjected to, then that's what you gon' preach and teach on and talk about. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole narrative that they programmed us with in the 90s with NWA. You know what I'm saying? I'm living in the streets and this is what the streets is, blah, blah, blah. So, you know what I'm saying? I I ain't gonna say it here. Anyway, so I've been pretty much washing my hands. But with Nipsey Hussle, I felt like he was a real dude. And then on his interviews and shit, like I watched the interview of his about probably last year, maybe late 2017, maybe, I don't know. And he was talking, and he's his father is Ethiopian, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember him saying that one of his parents was from Africa, and he went over to Africa and spent some time there, and he was talking about how in the middle of the day, most of the jobs there, they have like a 3-hour lunch, so the people can go home and eat with their family. I was like, damn, that's some powerful shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like an African-ran country promoted family life to the point where they let the employee, like it was like a a countrywide thing where you get like a 3-hour lunch, you can go home and eat with your family. Like the kids will get out of school and whole nine. Excuse me. So I thought that was interesting. And he was just talking about, community and family, blah, 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 blah. So I looked up his chart, and I remember I was going to do a video about his chart because he was born on a new moon, or at least the day before a new moon. His sun is in Leo. His moon is in Leo. And then I looked at his chart last night because I was going to do a video about it last night once I found out that he got killed. You know what I'm saying? And I listened to the Red Pill, Blue Pill interview about it on Black Magic. I watched the Black Magic live, Black Magic 363, and I, you know what I'm saying? It touched me. I'm like, damn, he's gonna do the Dr. Sebi video, documentary. So, Big Pharma killed him, right? It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I felt it. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Here we go again. You know what I mean? Like another one. But one thing that was saying on Black Magic 363, and then other people were saying, and they like, he was like a Tupac. He was like a Tupac. And I think I made myself pretty clear on how I feel about Tupac. Okay. So that stuck in my head, and then I found out, because talking to my wife, his baby mama, and I'm just explaining my thoughts here. His baby mama, he shared a baby mama with Lil Wayne, right? And the first time I ever heard him rap was on a song with Drake in 2009 called Killers, right? In which I got that song on my phone because he was a new dude to me at that time, and I was like, damn, he go hard. I like, blah, blah, blah. So, like, I don't believe nothing. I don't believe nothing on TV. Nothing. So, the president told you it's fake news. Like, goddamn, that should make you question stuff, right? Okay. So, you know what I'm saying? I like to just listen in because I heard Red Pill, Blue Pill was speaking about how they had a personal relationship with the dude back in the day, with the brother back in the day. So I'm like, okay, when they say stuff, I respect what they say. You know what I mean? I don't know these two brothers personally, but I don't feel like they are a part of the agenda, if you will, or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they speak they mind. I think they do the truth, and they done taught and learned a lot of shit from him. So I respect, you know what I mean? If they say he was a real one, to me, okay, then, maybe he was. But then they went on, and they compared him to Tupac as well. And I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that I think that the pills are, whatever the fuck with the conspiracy or none of that. That ain't what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, just because you're intelligent and just because you know some things in one area don't mean you know it all. That's everybody. That's anybody. Don't no person, ain't no people, brothers or not, out here got all the answers. So, I need to wrap this up too because I'm on my little lunch break from a slave job. But anyway, ultimately, I didn't believe the shit. I don't believe the shit. I'm finna sum the shit up. Long story short, I don't believe the shit because everybody is following along with the perfect narrative. And then apparently it was some nigga on Instagram last night talking about he did it, right? And now today apparently it's a video of it actually happened. And now the other rapper from out there that's a blood, he didn't got shot. So it's obvious that they trying to ramp up a Crip versus Blood war across California, which would spread to other, because it's a nigga at my job today talking about I wore my blue shoes, my Crip shoes today for Nipsey Hussle. So I'm like, yep, you niggas is gonna fall for it just like you did Tupac. Ain't no different. I mean, for one, he died at 33. Number one, duh. Then he died on 3/31, right? 2019, which 2019 numerologically is 12, which is 3. So 3313, and he was 33. Okay. And then just yesterday I just watched a video of his, and I seen the black and white, so the Freemasonry shit. Then I watched my Tupac host channel. Shout out to that channel. I love that channel. And he's showing that, he can't go in yet because, ain't enough information out. But he's showing how the crisis actors out there fake crying. And they, of course, comparing him to Tupac. Right? So, I don't believe none of it. Hey, whatever. At the end of the day, if he was real, I'm gonna take everything good he said and apply it to my life. Whatever whatever goodness can come out of his life, I'm gonna apply the goodness to my life and throw away the bad. And I'm not gonna let his, this situation affect me personally. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't affect me personally. It doesn't affect y'all personally. But what's going to happen is these dumb niggas who really crippin' ain't tripping, and you know what I'm saying? Now the blood nigga done got shot. You dumb niggas is gonna jump right into it and get to shooting each other because you stupid than a motherfucker. At the end of the day. And you know what? I'm at the point right now where I don't give a fuck no more. I'm trying to make sure my life is good. I got children. I want my children to grow, you know what I'm saying, to grow. I don't want them to grow up the same way I did. I want them to grow up better than me. So, I'm through. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all do y'all. I mean, I'm not through with my videos. I'm gonna keep doing my thing, whatever. But as far as, you know what I'm saying, trusting anybody on that TV, anybody on that mainstream shit, none of it is real to me. You know what I'm saying? It's too many coincidences with the brother. But it could have been real, and they could have actually murdered the nigga, and they could be putting all this shit out just to muddy the waters. You know what I'm saying? Which would be fucked up. But at the same time, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, you feel me? It ain't no coincidence, fam. So, you know, if the brother was real, a real one, rest in power to the brother. But I mean, I just don't believe it. They didn't lie to us too many times for us to believe this. Even you know what I'm saying? Peace and love.